I have aspired to sell my graphic assets on Creative Market for a long time, but when I applied twice, they rejected me twice. And that's because they don't know a good thing when they see one. Actually, it's probably that I just sucked. But I got an email from them recently and now they want me back. More like they're just willing to give me another shot. But I better have changed my sucky ways. I don't know, what do you think? Am I ready? Let's go! What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Connery. I'm an artist and designer, and I need more money. Hell, I think we all need more money, am I right? But no matter what those positive affirmation or law of attraction Instagram accounts say, it ain't gonna come to us magically. If you've been here before, then you know that I make graphic packs for people to purchase and use in their goods. Link in the description. It's kind of a new thing, but I honestly don't think the Creative Market has been checking me out and keeping tabs on my stuff. Like, they know that, oh, hey, look, he's now actually making stuff. Let's reach out to him. It's definitely not why they sent me an email after more than 2 years since my last rejection. More likely what's happened is they're probably a little bit low on high quality submissions and they're looking for new blood, hoping that maybe I've gotten my shiz together. Why now versus before? The truth is, I wasn't ready. Like I said, I sucked. My skills back then were solid, but there wasn't a single thing in my portfolio that would have given them a hint that I was able to make the kind of stuff that they were looking for. On top of that, there was exactly zero cohesion or continuity in my work, and honestly, sometimes I wonder if there even is any of that now. I am a fly by the seat of my pants designer. I make what I want to make, when I want to make it. But when you're trying to get in with the cool kids on sites like Creative Market, Envato Elements, or Design Cuts, you gotta bring it for real. What you're looking at here are the 4 graphic packs that I have available on my website right now, and these were the graphics that I have as far as covers for those packs. I actually have a 4th that I created, but I haven't posted it yet because I really wasn't too stoked on the graphics promo stuff that I created for it. And when I look at that one and these combined, it's pretty obvious that I have a continuity issue. The problem is that I think about all of these things individually as one thing at a time. This one project right now, this is how I feel about it. And I move on to the next thing and I completely forget about the other one and not even try to make any kind of connection to them. That's not good. So yeah, I am gonna reapply for Creative Market, but before I do that, I need to do something about this mess. If you go back to the email, you look at this, it says ensure your portfolio contains enough of design samples. 1 font, 5 graphics, 3 templates, 3 add-ons, or 5 photos. I can scratch that last one right off the list because I'm not a photographer. Or am I? I could probably make a font, but if I did, it would be more like hand-lettered and a little bit more punk rock, a little bit more grungy, something, you know, less like swoopy. But that's gonna be a while because those aren't easy to make. Add-ons are something else I'm looking into, and brushes kind of go with that, and the half-tone brush thing would qualify. But with Affinity as my creative suite of choice, they don't exactly make it easy to create effective adjustments and actions. They're not great at it. It's probably one of the things I miss the most about Adobe. Now, templates, I've made a few. I used to make a bunch of brochure ones. I've made some magazine ones, and unfortunately, I don't have any of those left because I had them on a hard drive that failed. So those are all toast. Dead to the world. But templates are something I'm willing to revisit in the future. So graphics are the obvious choice because I've got these 4, and there's another one that's I'm kicking around in my head. I've already kind of started on it, and if I'm productive and focused, I might be able to finish it by the end of the month. Who am I kidding? But I'll get it done. Sidebar to this is the very first time I've ever seen a bulleted list of things that Creative Market is expecting and looking for from people. In the past, they have been notoriously tight-lipped about this, just basically saying, hey, do good stuff and do good work, we'll be checking. So either they are getting way too many submissions from people that have no understanding of what the market needs, or maybe they're just being more transparent about the things that they're looking for because maybe they're not getting as many submissions as they have in the past. Before I go out and make any new digital projects, I better figure out how to get the ones that I have in check. I may be overusing this word, but there's no doubt in my mind that these all need to be a bit more cohesive in appearance so that people have no doubt in their mind that they're all made by me. Take a look at some of these designers that I found on Creative Market. This first one is Andrew Pixel, and this is not necessarily my style, but as you can see by his stuff that there is serious cohesion going on. For the most part, everything looks like it belongs together. And when I go back to his earlier submissions, it's obvious to me that he was all over the place. And I think he has learned over time that cohesion works for him because if he has somebody who wants to pick up, let's say, this typeface right here, and they come back and they see his shop and they go, oh, I like that typeface, and I like all this other stuff that he does, it all kind of fits together in a really great way. I'm gonna buy everything. This next one is Ghostly Pixels. I don't know what the deal is with people naming themselves name and then pixels. Maybe the path to success on Creative Market is to call myself Dave Pixel. So Ghostly here, as you can see, incredibly cohesive design. These definitely all go together. I'm not gonna go check it out right now, but if you go and do a search on, you know, like say one of these things like grit textures or bark or whatever, you'll see other people copying his style. So he's obviously tapped into something good. Last one here is FLYERWRK. This one's also a very popular designer, a little bit more in line with my stuff, a little bit more glitchy, a little bit more grungy, a little bit more brutalist with his style. Cohesion to the max. Everything here fits, everything looks good. You know that this all came from the same guy, human. The one downside to this is FLYERWRK and then Joseph, they have these styles and other people are copying these styles. And then when you go through the website, you see a lot of people jumping on this style bandwagon. So the best thing I think I could do for my application to Creative Market is to get my aesthetics in check for sure, but absolutely 100% make sure that it is indicative of my personal style and sets myself apart from the crowd. Because if everybody else is trying to copy these other people, the last thing in the world that I want to be is anything like them. The only thing I pull away from this is how consistent these people are with their graphics. So by doing my research, I've established a checklist of things that I need to accomplish before I even make that application happen. Number one is obviously aesthetics. I need to establish a certain look and feel to my work so that they are cohesive. That means style, motif, color palette, and of course the typefaces that I've chosen. Of course Helvetica is going to be involved, and maybe Bodoni. Actually, maybe I'll use Dido. No, it'll probably be Bodoni. Number two is promotional panels. When I look at our guy FLYERWRK here and I click on any one of his things, you can see that it has this one panel, but then there are several others. There's quite a few in pretty much all of his stuff. Oh my gosh, it can't even focus, it's going so fast. Ah! As you can see, I already started making these cohesive elements, at least for the covers of my product. For whatever reason, I decided to hit the apply button for Creative Market right now. I wanted them to be able to come over here, take a look at this, even though I haven't done all of the other supporting elements that I've just talked about. I will get them done, but right now, at least it's starting to look like these all belong together. And if you go into this new one, copy, scan, print, you can see I've already done some graphic elements for this one. It's looking pretty good. Now I just have to repeat that process about 4 more times, so and add about 40 different, how do I use these type of images? And then of course all the supporting documentation that I just talked about. Good times. And because I felt like my old brand identity didn't represent what I'm about, not like I didn't already have a mountain of things on my plate already, I spent way too much time picking color palettes, making a new logo, and of course choosing typefaces. Helvetica? More like Helyatica. And of course Bodoni. Is this yours? I think you dropped it. You can put it down there if you want. And subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Now, by the time you see this video, I will have changed everything and updated all of those things I just talked about, and I've already applied to Creative Market. Now we wait.